They got married the last time he was in the UK, and now he wants to spend 6 months with his husband. Chief Officer Matt Dyson asks Officer Lee Salee to investigate because the passenger claims to have another important reason for his visit. He's on police bail and due to appear in court.
He says he was arrested after visiting a sick Greek friend in a hotel who had overdosed on cocaine. He says that he was not using the drug, but he was arrested anyway.
Okay.
We need to speak to the police. How serious, is the investigation into him, or is it something that they would let slip and just not be that bothered about if he wasn't actually here?
Yeah.
If it is quite serious, is he somebody that we should be admitting anyway?
To find out, Officer Lee needs to know more about the passenger's brush with the law.
Let's phone the police. I understand there are some charges pending, and I'd be grateful if someone can give me a call back as to whether or not he's required to attend a hearing on the Friday the 1st of May. Thanks very much. Belgravia police station is busy.
While Officer Lee waits to hear if the police want to pursue a case against the passenger, her own investigation throws up serious questions about the man's immigration history.
He was actually arrested in the UK on a drugs charge in March 2009. According to his passport, he entered the UK in April 2008. As a visitor to the UK, he's only allowed to stay 6 months. So if he entered the UK in April 2008 and was still here in March 2009, he's overstayed by almost 5 months.
Officer Lee checks the passenger's earlier visits to see if he's made a habit of overstaying his visa. She finds the evidence she's looking for in his application to marry his civil partner.
And he confirms in this letter that he met him in August 2007 in a London nightclub. The problem we have with that is he was stamped in as a visitor in January 2006. There are no other entry or exit stamps for the UK in that period of time, so he must have overstayed here because he's only supposed to stay 6 months. He should have left the UK in the summer, but he was still here a year and a half later. Bless him.
It appears the passenger has twice stayed longer in Britain than he should have.
Okay, do you want to come through?
Officer Lee wants to see if there's anything in his bags to reveal what he's doing in the country this time.
Did you pack the bags yourself? Did anybody help you pack? Are you aware of the contents? You know everything that's in your bags?
Yeah, I know everything.
And why were you arrested? Why did the police arrest you here? Why did they arrest you?
My friend bought a hell, he was drug in a hotel, and they called me for helping him. And I was helping him, asked to the emergency, but I was the phone in the hotel, so I did say the hotel, my friend just used the drug. And then the hotel called the police.
You weren't using the drugs then?
No.
No?
I drink a lot of Jack Daniels. I love it.
You like your Jack Daniels? What do you drink it with? What do you have it with? Coke?
Coke.
We're going back upstairs, yeah? Yeah.
Officer Lee has learned a little more about the passenger's adventures with the police. She has also found something to suggest that he might be here to work.
In the interview you, he was carrying a lifeguard qualification ID. Is he doing that here? Because he's not supposed to. He's not supposed to work. My suspicion is he's working here as a lifeguard. How he's doing that, I don't know. Whether he's got some other form of ID that he presents, an ID card from another country maybe.
It's time to find out how the passenger has beaten the system for so long.
Mr. Toledo, come out, sir.
And to discover what he's up to this time.
Okay, so if you can just take a seat there for me. So why do you have the lifeguard ID?
Because I did the course. I did try to work for lifeguard when I finished the course, but no work for me.
Okay, apart from your Brazilian passport, do you have any other nationality passport or identification document?
No. I did it before. When I came in 2006, I was made for work, but no, I didn't take the. I get the prison for this for 1 month and a half.
What document were you using?
It's Italy.
Passport?
Yeah.
How did you get that? Where did you get it from?
Here.
Who from, yeah?
Okay.
Who from?
I meet somebody in the restaurant. He said to me, you don't have visa? No. So I make the passport for you. And I say, how much? £300 a year.
Okay, where did you go to prison? In England?
Yeah, in England.
If the passenger wants to come into the country to see his husband, he'll have to convince Officer Lee that his travels have been legitimate since going to prison for using a fake Italian passport. But the passenger from Brazil is not adding up. Both his arrest for possessing drugs and meeting his husband happened during periods he should not have been in the country. Officer Lee suspects he's been using a fake Italian passport to get in and out of Britain.
I'm going to start from the beginning of your first time here, okay? How long did you say you would stay?
That was 6 months, and I did stay 6 months.
So when did you leave the UK that year? When did you leave?
And when did you leave to UK? Yeah,
So you came in July.
Yeah.
How could you have met him if you weren't in the country?
I didn't meet you here in 2008. I didn't meet you here in 2007.
Well, that's what you told the Home Office.
I'm not liable then.
You've either lied to the Home Office so you can get your certificate, or you're lying to me now. All right? One of those things, they can't both be true. You can't have been in Brazil and met him. You say in that letter you were together from October 2007.
2007.
Yes. Were you in the UK in 2007? Yes or no?
Yes. In 2007. But I didn't go to Brazil and I come back, but I don't know which month I'm coming back, because I come to Italy. I really don't like. So try to be serious. I try to remember things. This is crazy.
Right, my next question is then, how did you enter the UK? What passport?
Brazilian.
Where's the entry stamp?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have it.
Why not? How can you, as a Brazilian national, travel from Italy to the UK without getting a stamp in your passport? How would they not stamp your passport?
Because it's a normal boat. It's not like...
Even I go on the boat to France, they check my passport. Why don't...
The boat is lazy.
Which port did it leave? Well, the boats don't sail from Italy to the UK unless you went on a cruise ship. So where did you sail from?
Seriously, I can't remember. It's 2007.
You need to start giving me some explanations, sir, all right? Because at the moment, your immigration history with the UK is not very good, is it?
Yeah, no, I see that.
Quite a lot's come out of the interview in the sense that I had a suspicion that he may well have been using another document of some kind. And he's admitted to me straight away that he did use an Italian passport to try and get a national insurance number. He won't admit to having used it to travel on, but my suspicion is he has, because the fact he doesn't have stamps in his passports for his claimed visits to and from the continent would lead me to believe he's used it. He's obviously admitted he's been here for 4 years on and off, pretty much constantly, living here. I think he's been working. He won't admit to it, but, he's been working here. He's not a genuine visitor. He wants to live here. He's not a genuine visitor.
Even though Officer Lee is in no doubt about the passenger's status, she must refer the case to Chief Officer Dyson.
Okay. And my opening gambit was, have you ever been in possession, or are you entitled to, any other nationality document or ID? Oh, well, there was the Italian passport that I went to prison for a month for. Ka-ching.
So he's either overstayed or he's been
using a dodgy
document.
document.
Either way.
Yeah. He went to prison for a month. He used it to try and get an NI number, and it was deemed forged, because it was.
Has he used it to travel, though?
He says not, but I don't believe that.
Well, but then he's damned by his own words. Yeah. He's either used the document to travel, which again is illegal, or he's overstayed. He can't have it both ways.
And he acknowledges that.
Right, well, we'll just have him as an overstay then.
Okay, no worries. Yeah,
thanks. He's a serial abuser of UK law and the immigration system. He's overstayed twice. He's apparently, by his own admission, done a short period of time for using a false Italian passport, and he's currently under investigation for drugs charges. I don't consider that that's the sort of person I want to be letting in.
Mr. Toledo. Hello. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Bad news?
Bad news is that you're going to be refused entry to the UK. We're not allowing you in.
Not in the UK.
Not coming into the UK, and we're going to send you back to Brazil on Sunday morning. Well,
I don't understand
okay,
why
well,
you let
because
me
you're
here.
coming here as a visitor and you've been living here as a visitor, you're not allowed to do that.
No, the first time, but now I was married.
Well,
It's another situation.
But you don't have the right visa.
Yeah,
If you read your Home Office letter, sir, it quite clearly says that doesn't mean you can stay and live here. You still need to sort the paperwork
Sorry
out.
about that.
All right.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Have a safe journey home.
All right.
He's shown a blatant disregard, really, for immigration rules. He may not understand it. He may claim not to understand it. But the fact of the matter remains, that stamp in his passport tells him he can't work and he can only stay for 6 months. He's broken at least two occasions he stayed longer than he should, so... Them's the rubs, I guess.
The police do not pursue the drugs charge, deciding instead it's better the passenger is kept out of Britain. He's put on a flight back to Brazil, where he'll have to hatch another plan if he wants to see his home.